Tyler Thomason, Larry Harrod, Joseph Brown, Slick Rick Culpepper, Thomas Lewis, Tyler Turbo Turbin. We're looking over. Green flags in the air. Here we go. 75 laps for the National Late Model Supercar Series.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have a race. We are underway down the back straightaway. Dalton Cook will lead them off of turn 4. 1 lap in, fast and furious racing on the front straightaway. 5,000 up for grabs, and they are 3 wide for the lead, Michael, out of turn 2.
Here they come down the back straightaway. Jason Fitzgerald looking to the inside of Rick Culpepper. Dalton Cook is your leader. And the 1 car followed by Tyler Thomason and Joseph Brown. Your top 3. Joseph Brown looking to the inside of Tyler Thomason. Down the back straightaway. Here they come into turn 3 and 4. Dalton Cook way up high. Joseph Brown staying way down low.
Dalton Cook out in front. Joseph Brown in that second position. Here comes Tyler Thomason, the Terminator, to the outside lane. The leader jumps the cushion out of turn 2. Loses all the momentum in the interval he had. Here comes the Columbus Flash. Joseph Brown diving to the inside. He'll look for the lead, but he just gets back about a car length as they go back to 1. And Brown back to the inside with Thomason, the wingman, off 2, Michael.
And Dalton Cook way up off the cushion that time. Down the back straightaway. Joseph Brown trying to capitalize on that mistake by Dalton Cook in the 1D. You don't see Juicy do that too much. Here comes Larry Harrod.
So Mark Whitener was the only driver to go back-to-back on the tour. And then we saw Travis Pennington win at Floymington. Round 4 saw Jason Fitzgerald win. And now the native out of Georgia. It is Dalton Cook out in front in the car 1D, the man they call Juicy, in the number 1D entry from Columbus, Georgia, leading the way as they'll exit off turn 4, Michael, with now lap number 7 of 75 on the board, but closing in is the Columbus Flash and 92 of Brown.
Joseph Brown in the 92, trying to get around the 1D and Dalton Cook. Joseph Brown down around the high side. Here he comes, going to try to slide by. Dalton Cook slams the door around his face. Down the front straightaway. Dalton Cook in a 1DC leader. Joseph Brown taking him on the high side, taking the lead.
New leader, Joseph Brown. The fans in a roaring crescendo, but it looks like he tried to jump the cushion a little too high. And now we got the move over flag being given. 1 car exits off the racetrack. Car number, oh my goodness, in the early going here. Great racing going on. Brown is now leading to the back straightaway, picking off lap cars of Braswell in turn number 3.
Here comes your leader, Joseph Brown. He's on the rail in that 92 car, Dalton Cook.
Michael
Travis Pennington trying to get around the 1D, and Dalton Cook taking over that second spot. Travis Pennington, Dalton Cook battling for that second spot down the back straightaway, going into 3.
Michael, we might have a smoker. Problems in turn 1. The 5 machine. Heavy smoke bellowing from the back end of the machine of Thomas Lewis in the Lewis Auto Salvage entry. Still continuing to stay on the racetrack, so it looks like it's got to be something fender related. Fender rub, not internal. He still races as they go back to turn 1.
Thomas Lewis still on the track. Joseph Brown still your leader. Travis Pennington has got around the 1D of Dalton Cook, Tyler Thomason, and the 7 right behind him. Joseph Brown catching up to the lap cars.
Wow, Lewis off the pace. There is definitely a problem on the number 5 machine. It's also internal. He's now dropping to the bottom of the racetrack of the apron in 1 and 2. Cars are still at full song. It is still going to be Joseph Brown leading to the back straightaway as he moves through lap traffic in 3.
Travis Pennington catching up to Joseph Brown. Travis Pennington was up here last week for that warm-up race and wasn't too happy with the car, but he looks real happy with the car right now, catching up to Joseph Brown, the 92 car.
Cars continue to battle. Cross the line. Another lap scored. And it is still the man out in front, Joseph Brown. Michael Patton, we saw him win a big 10,000 win race. Trouble! Turn number 3. 1 car going in the spin cycle. Pat Wall, car 14. And the caution will have to come out for the first time now in this race, with now 15 of 75 complete, 60 laps to go, Michael Patton.
Yeah, the Great Wall, Pat Wall in the 14 out of Columbus, Georgia. On the spin cycle, there's Turbo Tyler Turvin in the 0-2 car. Pat Wall coming on out of turn 4, coming back up on the track as Pat Wall, the Great Wall, and Columbus, Georgia. Joseph Brown, your leader.
Caution coming out again for Wall. He's able to stay on the racetrack, Michael, as we look at the damage on that 14 machine. He started this race at the tail end of the field after we lost Dana Island yesterday after his incident in qualifying. Sidelining the dog catcher, the master of going faster in the K9. And, Michael, we gained Pat Wall to tag the rear tonight for the feature.
Yeah, Pat Wall, one of our regulars here. And it's not here last night, but Dana Island, tough break for Dana Island. The master going faster. One of the crowd favorites here at East Alabama Raceway in the K9 went off the track last night. But he was okay, but not able to make the race tonight. So Joseph Brown is your leader, followed by Travis Pennington and the 0-1 car. Dalton Cook, Jackson Thomason, and Larry Harry. That's your top 5 for the National Late Model Supercar Series.
Going to keep these cars back under caution for another lap or so before we get ready to turn them back loose again. Wow, the Middleburg Juggernaut of Fitzgerald, winner of the most recent race at Southern Raceway in Milton, Florida on Mother's Day weekend, coming off the racetrack, now enters back on the track. We also, Ricky Culpepper also exit on the racetrack, off the track too, comes back on. And Michael, 15 laps in or 18 laps in, we're noticing the blacktop settle in on the racetrack too.
Yes, it has.
They are calling for the restart now. Ready to come back to green. Back underway. Exiting off of turn